Good evening everyone. As you can see, I'm joined by my mate Matt.
Hi.
And I'm joined by the very lovely Candice.
Hello.
We are in Kent tonight. It's a really lovely summer's evening. We're at Stodmarsh National Nature Reserve and we're going to be doing a little 3-mile walk from this 50 Walks in Kent book with OS Explorer map 150. So we're going to be walking along a section of, I believe it's the River Stour, or is it Stour?
Stour, I'd say, but
We'll say Stour then. Someone's bound to get in the comments and correct me or us, we'll see. So we're walking along that anyway, and we're going to try and find somewhere to wild camp as well beside the river, which should be amazing. That's going to be Matt's first ever riverside camp as well. Get you out of the woods for a change.
Yeah, I've always been in the woods.
Definitely. So, we've sort of tried packing light and it didn't really work. So, what have you got? You've got your Bergen.
120 Bergen.
Go on, give us a little swivel.
And it's packed.
Out. Look at that, blimey. Okay. So, and then Candice, give us a little swivel.
It's got me normal, right?
My usual.
Yeah.
And then I've got my usual setup as well. I think we've all got tents tonight, I believe.
Yep.
We'll show you all of those later on. We're going to get a shift on. I think we're heading that way, following the nature trail and then out onto the river. So enough talking, let's get walking. This walk takes us through Stodmarsh National Nature Reserve, one of England's most diverse wetland habitats and a place that oozes with bird life. Hidden away in the Stour Valley, this tranquil reserve has several types of marshland, shallow lagoons and grazing meadows. There are plenty of hides along the way from where you can get a closer look. Come in the winter and you'll see wildfowl such as shoveler ducks, teal and mute swans. In the spring and autumn there are many migratory birds including reed and sedge warblers, lapwings and redshanks. Marsh harriers, ospreys, ruffs, siskins, stonechats and kingfishers have also been sighted. You might be lucky and see a bearded tit, a pretty little bird that clings to the stems of reeds and makes a distinctive pinging call. Another bird that loves the reeds is the secretive bittern, a relative of the heron and one of Britain's most threatened species. You are unlikely to spot one, but we might hear its distinctive booming call. Although Stodmarsh is best known for its birds, it is also home to the water vole, a mammal which is in serious decline elsewhere. This is an entirely artificial landscape. Early records show that monks from a nearby monastery once had a stud farm here, hence the name Stodmarsh, from the Anglo-Saxon stode, mare, and merse, marsh, essentially the stud in the marsh. They dug ditches in order to encourage floodwater from the Stour onto the surrounding meadows where they grazed their horses. Okay, highlight of the walk, we've arrived at the Grove Ferry Inn pub on the River Stour. So it's time for the jingle. Hi ho, hi ho, it's off to the pub we go. The walk's not done but we're having a pint. Hi ho, hi ho. We've left the Grove Ferry Inn on the River Stour and we sort of went off route deliberately of our walk and carried on following the river. The river's down there, by the way. We've sort of walked past like a little quay or marina or something, along sort of like the footpath by the river, found a spot to set up and we've managed to squeeze the 3 tents in just off of the path, so where Candice is people can still walk along, although this is a really quiet section of the river. So Candice just under this big tree here has got a OEX Fox 1 tent out again tonight. Then I'll just go between the tents. Yeah, the river's down there. We'll show you more in the morning. My tent, I've got the Wild Country Helm 1, complete with a snail that's making its way up the tent. On a tiny bit of a slope down this way, but I'm sure it'll be fine. Whoa, I've got loads of snails on me. I've got like a whole family of them. Pick them off now. Yeah, the temperature's dropped, so we've got all of our warm stuff on. The softies are back out. So yeah, Helm 1 tent. And then, blimey, how many snails have I got? I've counted about 6 snails. Cool, that one's stuck on there. Anyone in France watching this is probably licking their lips, going, that's dessert, Tom. Right, and then, right, Matt's tent. Here he is, just cooking up.
Hi up.
Right, explain what your tent is. It's Nature Hike.
Nature Hike, Cloud Peak 2.
Nature Hike Cloud Peak 2. It's a cheaper knockoff version of...
Chinese version of the Hillyberg Alac 2.
Right, Chinese version of the Hillyberg Alac 2, in case you didn't hear. So it's got 2 doors, 2-person tent. We reckon it weighs about 2.5 kilos. 2.5 keys, fully loaded. You've got aluminium poles, 2 doors, complete with snails.
Yep.
Semi-geodesic. It's got 2 porches, 2 big porches on it.
Massive.
And go on, who lives in a tent like this? Look at the size of the...
Excuse the mess in there though.
It's alright. So how tall are you again, Matt?
6'2".
6'2", and you have to go corner to corner, don't you?
Corner to corner, even in there. Because you can see it's...
There we go. And so you've got a lot of space in there.
Yeah, there's a lot of gear.
You can sit up in this.
Yep.
Oh, it's got a light loop, that's good. You've got pockets on the...
Yep. They are in there. I think they're that end.
Nice.
They are in there.
That's brilliant. That is very spacious in there. Yeah, no, like good to see how that fares out. You haven't slept in that yet, have you?
Yep.
Oh, you have?
Yeah.
Oh, excellent.
It's good, yeah.
And yeah, and then same thing round the other side. Another big door.
Another door.
On the other side, yeah, amazing. So, it's got the bracing straps there, as you can see down by Matt's feet. Yeah. I'm guying it out just to sort of give it some extra sort of strength. Not that we're due any wind tonight, I don't think, but yeah, cheers for that. So yeah, so Matt's cooking set up at the moment, going with the gas, OEX chair and table, fetching blue, and then I've gone with OEX chair, OEX table, blood red, and Candice has got the OEX tent. I've got the OEX Takana stove out. Yeah, still don't mind a bit of OEX stuff. This thing I thought I'd point out as well. So that is the bottom 4 sections of my Thermarest Z-Lite pad, silver foam pad. Got the idea from, yep, you guessed it, Hayes Outdoors. So a full length Thermarest Z-Lite's 14 panels. They all fold up. And really, for like my height, you don't really need a pad that long. So I cut the bottom 4 panels off. I've now got a generously sized sit pad. I can get changed on that. I can use it as the porch for the porch floor, in the tent, whatever. And I've still got a full length sleeping pad. So I've got 2 things for the price of 1 there. Bargain, brilliant. Food, what have we had? Because we sort of set up, we had to do quite a bit more walking to find somewhere, and we just sat down and couldn't be asked to film. So we've had An Alska peach, mango and lime cider. Very nice, very sweet, can get a bit sickly at times. Giving it a 7.6 out of 10. The ration pack I've had tonight, this is just a cheap one as I say because I'm a bit brassic at the moment. Ration X, meatballs and pasta, and I've modded it, I've tarted it up. I've added a sachet of mashed potatoes to it. I've added more energy bars, more hot drinks, stuff for breakfast, super noodles, you name it. It's like a ration pack on steroids. It's much more juicy. So a few more things in it. Me and Candice have been sharing that. She's got tuna which she's going to be reviewing. I've said it now, you've got to review it.
Oh, I'm not hungry.
No, she's not hungry now, she says. Okay then. But she's got lots of tuna though anyway.
Yeah.
So keep your eyes peeled for future camps with us together, and she's going to show you some more tuna, aren't you? Yeah? Right, there she is with a fetching purple jacket on. Keeps her warm. So the next thing I'm going to be having out of the ration pack, by the way, is this vanilla cake. I know these cakes to be absolutely amazing. I'm going to crack another cider open. Yeah, there is like a dew forming on everything. There's no clouds, the stars are out, so it could get a little bit chilly by the river. But yeah, it should all be good though. You know, we've got the suitable clothing, shelters, food, drink, will be fine, yeah. Anyway, just thought I'd keep you updated. I just wanted to sit and chill out. I'll show you more in the morning really. So this is my second and probably my final cider of the night. It is an Alska Nordic Berries vegan friendly premium cider. It's another 4%er. This one's not too bad, I quite like it. It's not as sickly as the peach and mango. There we go, it's sort of the berries we got in it. Yeah, it's quite nice. It's like a sweeter version of a Hawke's Dead and Buried cider. Best way I can describe it. So I'm going to give it a 7.7 out of 10. Yeah, it's not half bad. So it's about midnight now and Candice is already asleep in a little Fox 1 tent. Me and Matt have just been sat outside behind the tents there chatting. We was going to sort of sit down by the water, but the bugs probably would have been really bad down there. Yeah, we're going to get on our respective shelters. The snails are back. See you in the morning, mate.
Night, everyone.
I'm inside my Helm 1 tent now. It's a lot warmer in here. We are on a bit of a slope down towards the door, but it can't be helped. Should be fine. So we're all going to get some shut eye now and aim to get up for around 7 AM ish. So we sort of might catch the last little bit of the sunrise. Not too fussed really, I'd rather get a good night's sleep because we've got a bit of walking tomorrow, probably about an hour and a half, back along the River Stour, back to Stodmarsh National Nature Reserve, and where the cars are. So yeah, it's been good so far. The walk was very good, the pub was really good, the camp's been really good. It's been chilled out really. We've just been sitting, chatting, eating and drinking. Hence why I've not done a ton of filming, because there wasn't a hell of a lot to see and it's pretty dark. So do more filming in the morning, show you a bit more tomorrow. So yeah, anyways, everyone else is asleep. I should get some sleep and all. So it's a good night from me. See you in the morning, everyone. Morning everyone. It's about 7:10 now. The sun has not long been up. That looks quite amazing across the fields. Glistening off the water, the river looks amazing. And we've got a pretty decent spot right next to the river here, in sort of along a quieter stretch of it. My tent was on quite a bad slope, but I still managed to get some shut-eye and stuff, but I've had comfier pitches, but on this one it was all about the views really, and we're still somehow off the path as well, and we're just packing a few bits away and then we're gonna do breakfast, I believe. Candice said she slept really well.
Yep.
Slept really well. She conked out sort of before everyone else. She's usual. She just got in there, got all her warm stuff on, and was like, huh?
Overheated as usual.
You what? Sorry?
Overheated.
She overheated as usual, so with all that stuff on, I'm not surprised. Bless you. And Matt's here, he's starting to pack up. How did you sleep, mate?
Not bad, not bad.
Really well, yeah.
Yeah, too much air in my mattress, but next time I'll put less. But yeah.
Put less in it. Was your spot flat? Or
No,
ish?
I was sloping. I started off okay, but ended up sloping towards the river.
Yeah.
In the early hours.
Same here, yeah. It's,
I had the best pitch.
yeah, Candice had the best pitch. To be honest with you, I spied it and we kind of let her have it as gentlemen, really. But I was so tempted to throw my tent down and go, I'll go there. And I was like, no, I won't, because I know she'll go, you got the best spot. But yeah, so she slept well. That's the main thing though.
No.
But yeah, what about these views? Absolutely amazing. So, once we've packed up and had breakfast, we're going to be heading back this way, back along the riverbank towards the road, back towards the Grove Ferry Inn, and then I think on the other side the road again we pick up the River Stour path, and we're basically following the river all the way back to Stodmarsh, the nature reserve where the cars are. So a relatively simple walk, we reckon probably about an hour and a half's walking.
That's the best of luck.
We've saved the best stuff till last, so let's get a bit of packing up done and get some food on the go, because I'm getting starving. So we've all had breakfast. I'm sort of just finishing mine off. English breakfast tea, plain porridge with some of these breakfast toppers from Sainsbury's added in. So they're a mixture of like seeds, nuts, dried fruit, sometimes pieces of chocolate or yogurt coated raisins, all sort of like good stuff, healthy sort of stuff, but just sort of makes the porridge taste a bit more palatable, less bland. It's going down a treat for the walk back. So we're starting to pack our tents away, and it's still relatively early, so we should be out in sort of a decent sort of time really. Candice is packing her shelter away. This is her favourite part of the camp, she says, is packing up. Which I don't know if that means she hated the camp and can't wait to get out of it, or I think she just likes the process of packing stuff away. I always think that's the worst bit, personally. I like the setting up, but the packing away is the bit I dread the most, usually because of the inflatable mattress. But I've done that bit, I've got that out of the way in the sleeping bag. I've literally just got to take the tent down and pack my cooking stuff away. But yeah, I don't know, but she enjoys it. Can't complain, bless her. Anyway, so I think it's time to take the tent down. It's 9 AM and we've packed up. We're leaving absolutely no trace, maybe some flat bits of grass, but that's about it really. And Matt's got the black bag of rubbish. There we go, yep. Leave no trees. And we're heading off that way. So back across the road, following the River Stour. And yeah, we're pretty much going to stick with that past the Grove Ferry Inn pub, all the way back to the cars. So we'll show you the river along the way. Do you want to do the honours, Candice?
Huh?
Do you want to do the honours? Enough talking?
Let's get walking. I actually forgot.
In AD 885, King Alfred battled with the Danes who had attacked Rochester. He trapped their ships in the Stour Wonsum Channel, and there was a great battle at Blood Point in which they were defeated. Blood Point is on a bend of the Great Stour, a short walk from Northcourt Farm. The River Stour and the Wonsum Channel were joined to form the Isle of Thanet. Stourmouth is located to the south side of that channel, which was some 4 miles wide. As the channel silted up, there were salt works to extract this precious commodity from the salty water. There are also high points in the valley on the floodplain channel, which may have been natural or man-made. These were used to keep livestock safe in times of flood. By the 19th century, there were 2 parts of the Stour. The Great Stour follows the original course through to Canterbury via Fordwich and to Sandwich. The course of the Little Stour is from Ickham through the Newnham Valley to Blue Bridge and thence to Stourmouth. Stourmouth is listed in the Domesday Book, and it has also been known as Sturmude. People have lived in the parish for at least 1,000 years, and it is possible that there were dwellings here as far back as Roman times. Stodmarsh has a long history of human activity that has shaped the landscape we see today. It has been used by medieval monks to graze horses, as a colliery at the start of the 20th century, and as a duck shooting area in the 1930s. The area has been protected and managed for nature conservation for over 40 years, and despite all the changes in land use here at Stodmarsh, it probably now looks much like it did in medieval times. Stodmarsh National Nature Reserve covers a square mile of internationally important reed beds, fens, ditches, wet grassland and open water, which provide an ideal habitat for breeding and wintering birds, invertebrates and rare plants. This site is especially important for bittern, marsh harriers and the shining ramshorn snail, which are rare across Europe, as well as water voles, which are rare in England. In the 17th century, a flood defence barrier, the Lampen Wall, was built by Flemish refugees, allowing them access to the Wonsum marshes and draining the valley. However, when a coal mine opened here, the underground workings caused subsidence and the land became waterlogged. This was actually a blessing in disguise, as there was a dramatic decline in Britain's wetlands in the 20th century, which in turn reduced the numbers of species dependent upon them. By the 1930s, lagoons had appeared and reed beds began to grow. The colliery finally closed in 1968, leaving a precious wetland, which was preserved for wildlife. To maintain this habitat, the water levels in the reserve are controlled and the reed beds are managed by harvesting the reeds and grazing the surrounding meadow. We're in Stodmarsh National Nature Reserve again, and as you've just seen, it's a very short distance back to the car park, which will be the end of our walk. It's been a great little walk along the River Stour, or Stour, however we pronounce it. Really enjoyed it. A few bugs and stuff about, but that's because of course you're by a river. We've got insect repellent and stuff, and that seems to have done the trick. It was a good little camp, very nice. I haven't done sort of a riverside camp for a while. Done a few river estuaries, but not just the river sort of inland as such for a while, so that was nice. It was good meeting up with Matt again. It's his second wild camp. I think he's done both of them with me now, and of course it's always good spending time with Candice. It was a last minute decision. She wasn't going to come along at first, and then, but I'm glad she did. We'll see you back at the car. Okay, as you can see, we're back at the car park here at Stodmarsh National Nature Reserve. That is the end of the walk and the end of this video. It's been a really good little camp and a good little walk alongside the River Stour, or Stour, however you want to pronounce it. Big thank you to Matt for joining us.
Loved it, guys.
It's been really good fun, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's been great.
Definitely, and we're going to plan to do some more camps together as well. Try and get your kit a bit lighter.
A lot lighter.
Yeah. But it's been fun anyway. It's been really good. And of course, thank you to the lovely Candice as always. It's been good.
Yeah.
So I hope you've enjoyed watching the video. Thanks for your support as always. Until next time, take care of yourselves and look after each other. Stay safe and get out there and explore. See you again soon, everyone. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.